Hello, everyone. In the 13th century, during medieval Europe, there was a terrifying volcanic eruption. The Deadliest volcano on Lombok Island erupted in 1257 with immense destructive power, releasing 40 cubic kilometers of material into the atmosphere. The ash cloud reached at least 40 kilometers in height and spread across the globe, leaving remnants in polar ice layers. The remnants of the eruption can still be found in Arctic and Antarctic ice layers today. It was one of the causes of the 600-year-long Little Ice Age, a period of cooling that affected global climate, leading to relentless rains, floods, and significant agricultural damage. Despite the destructive power of Somalis, let's set it aside for now and focus on 7 other terrifying volcanoes that have left people in fear. Ranking 7th is Mauna Loa in the USA. The name Mauna Loa means long mountain in Hawaiian. It's the largest active volcano in the world, and after 35 years, it's showing signs of returning with terrifying force. With a base covering 15 square kilometers, the mountain takes up about half the island's area. Ongoing research on Mauna Loa. Scientists are closely monitoring Mauna Loa as small earthquakes continuously occur in the area, indicating a potential eruption. Mauna Loa is a shield volcano, standing 4,169 meters above sea level, with a volume of approximately 75,000 cubic kilometers. Its base extends about 5 kilometers beneath the sea. Since the first recorded eruption in 1843, Mauna Loa has erupted 33 times. The time between eruptions ranges from a few months to several decades, with each eruption lasting from minutes to months. The last eruption was in 1984. Mauna Loa's eruptions typically produce fast-moving lava flows, directly threatening communities on the eastern and western sides of Hawaii Island. The largest recorded eruption occurred in June 1950, with 376 million cubic meters of lava flowing from a 20 km long fissure on the southwestern slope for 23 days. The lava reached the sea in less than 4 hours, completely destroying a small village at the mountain's base. In 1935 and 1942, the US military dropped hundreds of kilograms of bombs on Mauna Loa to redirect lava flows that threatened the city of Hilo. While these efforts were temporarily successful, they were short-lived and met with opposition from scientists due to the use of geological weapons. Coming in at number 6 is Mount St. Helens in the USA. Standing 2,250 meters tall, Mount St. Helens is located within the Pacific Ring of Fire, 88 kilometers east of Portland. Named after British diplomat Lawson Helen, this volcano lay dormant for over 120 years before erupting in 1980. The plume covered nearby areas, and cities like Spokane, about 400 kilometers away, were plunged into darkness as ash rained down. Residents in Washington and Montana reported seeing black rain and fine dust particles. The eruption claimed 57 lives and killed thousands of animals, with around 320 square kilometers of forest destroyed. Ranked 5th is Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines. Known for its tranquil appearance on Luzon Island, the lush vegetation of the subtropical region disguised the potential for a future eruption. The monster beneath Pinatubo may have been awakened nearly a year earlier when a 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck 100 kilometers northeast on July 16, 1990. The earthquake caused landslides and minor tremors at Pinatubo, disturbing the Earth's crust beneath the mountain. However, Pinatubo quickly returned to its tranquil state, deceiving scientists and preparing for a true awakening. By mid-March 1991, increasing seismic activity around Pinatubo alarmed local authorities. The Philippine government invited top volcanologists from the U.S. Geological Survey to study Pinatubo and provide early warnings. At the time, about 500,000 people lived near or on the slopes of the mountain. Notably, US Air Force Base was located just 15 kilometers from the volcano, which would need to be evacuated immediately if an eruption was imminent. Roughhout April, May, and early June 1991, Pinatubo continued rumbling, with thousands of small tremors occurring beneath the volcano. The volcano emitted tons of sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere. Then, at 8:51 a.m. on June 12, 1991, seismographs detected unusual activity, and Pinatubo erupted with an ash and steam plume reaching 19 kilometers into the sky. Pinatubo's final and most violent eruption occurred at 1:42 p.m. on June 15, 1991. The explosion was so powerful that it removed nearly 2.5 kilometers of the mountain's summit, sending a mushroom-shaped ash cloud 35 kilometers high and covering an area of 1,100 kilometers. 5 cubic kilometers of rock and ash were ejected, and lava flows blanketed valleys with volcanic deposits over 200 meters thick. Unfortunately, at the same time, a tropical storm named Unia passed over Luzon Island, bringing strong winds and heavy rain to the area. The ash cloud mixed with the rain, creating a deadly downpour that devastated rooftops and structures. Approximately 800 people lost their lives, and the ash cloud was observed as far away as Singapore and the Indian Ocean. The eruption formed an ash cloud so massive that it appeared like a blanket over the atmosphere, blocking sunlight and causing global temperatures to drop by 0.5°C in 1992 to 1993. The eruption also led to a shift in climate patterns in the northern hemisphere, with cooler summers and warmer winters. Ranked 4th is Mount Vesuvius in Italy. This stratovolcano is located in the Bay of Naples, 9 kilometers east of Naples and near the coast. Since its eruption in 1979, Vesuvius has erupted multiple times, sending a mushroom cloud of ash and pumice 10 kilometers high into the stratosphere. For 12 hours, ash and pumice with a diameter of up to 3 inches rained down on Pompeii, forcing residents to flee in terror. Approximately 2,000 people chose to stay in Pompeii, hiding in stone buildings or basements, hoping the eruption would soon end. However, the northern side of the volcano collapsed, causing a massive pyroclastic surge to descend on Pompeii. The surge was followed by a lahar, burying Pompeii under a thick layer of volcanic material. Survivors in Pompeii were suffocated by toxic gas, while Herculaneum was buried by hot ash. It's estimated that over 1,000 people perished in the eruption, which also altered the course of the Sarno River and raised the coastline. The eruption immediately claimed the lives of approximately 30,000 residents. The entire infrastructure of Martinique was engulfed in flames and obliterated by the fiery fury of Mount Pelée. The 1902 eruption became the deadliest volcanic disaster in French history and its overseas territories. Despite the devastation, one person miraculously survived the eruption. A prisoner named Louis Auguste Cyprus was saved by the thick walls of his underground cell, which shielded him from the intense heat and volcanic gas. Although injured, he survived for 4 days without food before being rescued. His death sentence was later commuted. Ranking second is Krakatoa in Indonesia. This volcanic island lies between Java and Sumatra. In 1883, Krakatoa erupted with the force of 10,000 atomic bombs, propelling massive coral reefs weighing hundreds of tons onto the shore and sending ash clouds 27 kilometers high. The eruption impacted global weather for years, casting shadows over nearby regions for days. The sound of the eruption was heard up to 4,800 kilometers away, as far as Sri Lanka and Australia, and was possibly the loudest sound ever recorded by humans. The eruption and subsequent tsunamis claimed more than 36,000 lives, with hot clouds, debris, and lava extending to a radius of nearly 10,000 kilometers. The eruption of Krakatoa also influenced global art, science, and culture. The eruption's shockwaves circled the Earth 7 times, and its ash cloud blocked sunlight worldwide, leading to a drop in global temperatures. The catastrophe made the name Krakatoa synonymous with terror and awe, and its legacy continues to influence volcanic research and disaster preparedness. The number 1 volcano on this list is Tambora, also in Indonesia. Tambora erupted in 1815, producing the largest volcanic eruption in recorded history. The eruption caused global temperatures to drop, leading to what was known as the Year Without a Summer in 1816. The eruption caused widespread crop failures and famine, killing tens of thousands of people. The eruption of Mount Tambora had a profound impact on global climate, as the volcanic ash and sulfur dioxide ejected into the atmosphere blocked sunlight, resulting in cooler temperatures worldwide. This led to crop failures in Europe and North America, contributing to widespread famine and social unrest. This list of 7 terrifying volcanoes showcases the immense power and potential destruction of volcanic eruptions. While these events have caused significant loss of life and environmental damage, they have also played a role in shaping the Earth's landscape and climate. Understanding and studying these natural disasters can help us better prepare for future volcanic eruptions and minimize their impact on human populations.